Christina Lee for KoreanVegan.com with your Monday Mashup. Now I know it's 2010, but we still have to get through our list of top 10 most influential Koreans and Korean Americans for 2009. And at the number 2 spot, we've got Euguene, Kang, and the Ko brothers. And that's because they're the faces of the changing political spectrum and are also very influential in more ways than we know. Euguene Kang is the Special Projects Coordinator and also direct assistant to the president. And when you're that close to the press, no doubt that your voice is definitely getting heard. Harold and Howard make up the team that are the Ko brothers, and according to the Wall Street Journal, they may just be the most powerful brothers in the nation. Harold is the top lawyer over at the State Department, and that means he'll be very influential in how the United States interprets international law. Howard is the United States Assistant Secretary of Health over at the Department of Health and Human Services, and that means that he advises the administration on healthcare policies and practices for the entire country. And finally, we get to our number 1 spot, where we've got 2 people who are also tied. We've got a woman who's been called the Iron Chancellor. She's hated, feared, loathed, but very well respected by many. She's Rhee, who took over as head chancellor of Washington, D.C.'s notoriously troubled public school system. She's been at the post since 2007, and since then she's garnered a lot of praise and criticism for her largely polarizing ways, but still no doubt she's one of the most critical and revolutionary forces in American education. And standing just as tall is a man by the name of Yong. He is a Korean-American physician named as one of America's 25 best leaders, also made the Time 100's most influential people in the world list, but he's probably best known as Dartmouth College's 17th president. That makes him the first Asian American ever to assume post as president at an Ivy League institution. And that does it for our Monday Mashup, and finally for our 2009 list. You can find all the details on these figures and more at KoreanVegan.com. Make sure you subscribe to both Korean and I on Twitter. And as always, you can email us your questions, comments, and feedback at beacon@KoreanVegan.com. I'm Christina Lee, and I'll see you next week.